People seriously need to start fucking putting back their weights. Look at the shit I have to put back. And I admit, I was one of the cunts who didn't put back their fucking weights. But seriously, it's not just, look. We've got a full bar on the safety rack. And look here, another bar. 2 bars in the same squat rack. There's a squat rack over there sitting without a fucking bar. I mean, shit. We're adults, aren't we? Okay, so we're about to start training as soon as I unrack this bloody rack. Shit, I shouldn't have taken off 2 plates at once. I always get fucking paranoid the thing flips over, even though it's only 30 kilos there. So today we are doing back, and I am about to do some, hopefully somewhat heavy rows. Some heavy ass fucking rows. We're gonna warm up with 100 like all week, men, and move from there. And then I'm gonna go pee-pee. Oh, I really should have brought a fucking jacket to warm up. It was hot outside, but they turned on the aircon in this bloody gym. I can feel my nipples starting to separate from my skin. Winter's not a good time not to do shit right. Okay, don't think I'm gonna use grips for this. I'm just gonna go straight into it. Gains balls. Oh. Seems like that twitch in my back is gone. Oh. 16's good. No point doing fucking 30 reps when I'm still warming up. So we are gonna try go for a 160. I just did a 160, but I forgot to use my bloody grips. So I'm gonna try this lift with grips. Hopefully I can get more than 4. Back's already a bit fatigued. So a lot of people give me shit because I don't go full 90 degrees or almost 90 degrees at my hips. And I do more of a Yates row, but I keep it slightly angled up. I have a particularly long torso, and I try to shift as much tension as I can onto my upper back and leave my lower back out of it. So yes, this does make me compensate in the sense that I don't get a full range of motion, but to be honest, I still feel this load my back way more than any other exercise. I have to drop it to 100 or 140 and do a complete bent over, but I don't feel as much load, and I don't feel as much of a workout the next day or the day after I've done the lift. And so, you know, I mean, there's a whole bunch of science behind why you should do a full range of motion, why you should bend at the hips more, but it doesn't work for me. And look, maybe I'm wrong, and I would be way more jacked now if I did it the way people ask me to do it. But it's working for me, and fuck it. Every now and then I'll do a strict lift with my back as angled down as possible at the hips. But I don't do it that often. But I try to compensate with all of my other lifts. So you'll see I'll do a lat pull down, or there's another lat pull down I have at Virgin. It's like a cross-angled lat pull down. So all of my lat work I'll do with a full range of motion because there's no stress on my lower back. So I don't need to worry about the load reaching my lower back. With pull-ups I have a bit of an issue. But that's more to do with shoulder strength and durability. So I'm a little bit careful with that. But fuck it, who knows? Maybe I'm secretly have the potential to be like 180 kilos and I'm just missing out because I lose 10 to 20% range of motion. You be the judge. Okay, let's see what I can do. I swear I've got figure of 8 grips, I've got normal straps. But these fake Versa grips, well, I don't know if they're fake, they're just essentially the same design as Versa grips but with more of a leather texture, are the go-to when I'm doing rows. They don't put as much strain on my wrists and they actually give me a better grip than with my figure of eights. I still like the figure of eights now and then, but they put a lot of strain on my wrist and they shift a lot of the tension into the strap, whereas this tends to shift the tension about 50-50, so it takes on about 50 to 60% of the load and my grip isn't particularly weak. So I'm more than able to compensate for the extra load without any sort of wrist pain or joint pain. These are actually, I haven't seen the Versa grips in person, but when I go on their website, the grips look like they end pretty much at the end of the palm, where your fingers start. And I actually much prefer this longer design where the grip ends more towards the end of my fingers. It gives me a lot more material to wrap around the bar. I think it's just a little bit better suited to me. I mean, my bone structure is a little larger than average. I've got going on 9-inch wrists, I've got going on 9-inch wrists and size 15 feet, and I don't know if they make sizes in Vans, but mine aren't small. So yeah, everything made for the average person is usually about 10 to 20% too small for me, just based on skeletal structure. That's not including muscle mass. So this seems to work good for me. Let's see if I can do this. You get more than 4 reps, otherwise I'm gonna hate myself. And you can join in. Oh, there we go. Two more. Oh, not a full range of motion, but fuck it, one more. Okay. That was 8, but realistically maybe 7.5. So, let's see what we can do. I'm actually tempted to put it up by another 20. I'll put it up to 180. I might as well. I've done 2 sets with 160. Let me just have something to drink and sit and contemplate my life. Fuck, that's not a good idea. I'm not going to contemplate my life. I might kill myself. I shouldn't have recorded that. No, I love my life. Besides, everything that wasn't a failure was a succeed to learn. And I try to succeed to learn. Sometimes. Okay. Let's see if I can find a 10 in this gym. I'll be back now. Whew. Just got to kick this thing back into the mud. Fuck, 180. I've done this twice before. I want to try to get up to 200 with this kind of row. If I can get there, then I don't know. What's the next step? You tell me. My lower back's fucking killing me. So I'm praying that I get like 2 or 3 reps with this. I know they won't be full reps, but I've already done all my working sets. So I figure, what the hell. Now, a lot of people use a belt for this kind of weight and this kind of lift. I don't particularly like using a belt. I find it creates more of an obstruction and it doesn't really help me brace. 2 places I never really struggle to brace are bench and bent over rows. So it's squats that I really struggle with my bracing. I think that's just because my breathing is not as good, and breathing with high rep and low rep squats is a little bit tougher than, let's say, breathing with this. Your brace is a little more complicated. Then again, if I were better at bracing, maybe I'd get a better range of motion. A little bit of pinching in the lower back. So I think I'm gonna stop it there.